Hey y'all, it's me, Miss B, and today we are simplifying expressions with rational exponents. So here I have rational expressions on the left, and I'm going to write the rational exponents on the right. So, here we go. So, if I have something like this, I can write it as a fraction. So, this has an index of 2. But if I write it as 3 to the, I'm going to thicken my pen a little bit. I can rewrite this as 3 to the 1/2. So within the fraction, I have, so if I have a to the, we'll get to that in a second actually. Okay, so then this one, I have an exponent of 2 and a cube root of 3. So I can write this as 3, that's a base of 4. So base of 4 to the 2/3. Okay, this one I have a exponent of 1 and a cube root of 3. So I can rewrite that as x to the 1/3. And so that's how we write it. We write it as a fraction where m is our numerator and n is our denominator if m is our exponent and n is our root. So we have a to the m over n, just like that. I guess I can change this color. Okay, and then this is actually the same because I have an exponent of m, it's just moved to the outside, and still a cube root of n. So that's just two ways of writing the exact same thing. So these actually mean the same thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rewrite these rational exponents. It should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so looking at our first one here. The 4th root of 9, and that is to the 1. So I can rewrite that as 9 to the 1/4. Here's another one. I've got the 7th root of 5, and that's to the 1st. So this is 5 to the 1/7. Next up, I've got the square root of 7 to the 3rd. This is an invisible 2. So I have 7 to the 3/2. This next one, I have an exponent. So it's the cube root of 6 squared. I have an exponent of 2 and a cube root of 3. So I have 6 to the 2/3. And then this one, we're going to go the opposite way. So I have x to the 2/3. So I have x. The 3 will be my cube root, and the 2 will be my square. I can write it also as this cube root of x quantity squared. So either of those answers are correct. All right, this next one. All right, so we've got 0.5. So how could we write 0.5 as a fraction? You should know it, but you can plug it into your calculator using that fraction to decimal button. Okay, so we get x to the 1/2. So that can be written as the square root of x to the 1. Simplified would just be the square root of x. And that right there is our answer. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the simplified form of each expression. So you'll see that we have the same base. And so when we multiply with the same base, we add the exponents together. So this is 7 to the 1/2 plus 1/2, and 1/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 1. So we get 7 to the 1, or 7. All right, this one we can actually rewrite. So we don't have the same base right now, but I can rewrite it so I do have the same base. So 5 to the 1/4 times 5 to the 3, 5 to the 3 equals 125 to the 1/4. So then I can write this as 5 to the 1/4 times 5 to the 3/4. We add our exponents, we get 5 to the 1/4 plus 3/4, just 5 to the 1, equaling just 5. All right, same thing with this one. 64 can be written as 4 to the 3rd. Simplifying, we get 4 to the 3/3 times 4 to the 1/3. So when we add, we get 4 to the 4/3, and we can just leave it as that. Okay. So I'm actually going to leave these for class time. We're just going to hop and do this example right here. So I've got 27p to the 6th, 5 to the 3rd. So I'm going to combine that idea where we're distributing that through. So I get 27 to the 5/3 p to the 30/3. We'll just leave it like that for now. Remember, with 6 times 5/3, that's the same thing as 6 over 1, and we multiply straight across. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. So this is the cube root of 27 to the 5th, and then 30 divided by 3, simplifying this, we get 10. Now, the cube root of 27 is, run out a little space here. The cube root of 27 is 3. So I get 3 to the 5th times p to the 10th, and 3 to the 5th is 243. So that right there is how I completely simplify that, and we mostly did it in our heads. You probably use a calculator too, 3 to the 5th. Okay, let's do another one here. Okay, so first I'm going to change this to a fraction. So I'm going to have 25 b to the 6th all to the, and 1.5 is a fraction, is the same thing as 3 over 2. You can use that fraction to decimal button in your calculator to figure that out. So this is to the 3/2. Go ahead and distribute that through, before I forget. And so we have, that ends up being 25 to the 3/2 b to the 18/2. Go ahead and rewrite 25 to the 3/2 and b to the 18/2. So we get 25, square root of 25 to the 3rd b to the 9th. Square root of 25 is 5. And 5 to the 3rd is 125. So 125 b to the 9th is our answer. All right, and one last one, number 10. Again, let's rewrite that exponent. Carry that exponent through. You can rewrite 9 to the 1/2 as the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so we get 3r squared as that answer. All right, and I believe that's all for today.